What is up, Finesse family? This is Mrs. B Finesse of millennialfinessemindset.com. And here, guys, we focus on all things getting our health to wealth, getting mindset shifts, getting motivated, and being accountable. And today we have one of our veterans that comes to the show with their support and their experience and their knowledge. We have Sedrek, the inner trainer. So I'm super excited about it, guys. Listen, if you have any questions while the stream is going on, make sure you guys drop it into the chat area. Also comment after the stream. Let us know what you learn, what you do from what we say, what you are going to implement. And also right now, take time to share right now. Even if you're watching on the restream, share this right now, like it right now. And let's get started, guys. Once again, we have Sedrek, the inner trainer. So let's bring him up, guys. We're focusing today on boosting that brain. It's so important that we get the right foods and the right things in us so we can function daily. And we know it's back to school season now, guys. So we want everybody to get the right things in their brain. So let's bring him on up. Sedrek, the inner trainer. How are you today?
Okay. Hey, everybody. How you guys doing? Sedrek, the inner trainer, and I think I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
I'm hearing a delay, but yes. Okay. So I'm Sedrek, the inner trainer, and
Make sure, okay, hold on a second. Make sure that you don't have YouTube open anywhere else, do you?
let me see.
You have to close. Okay, well, I can hear you well. So just talk. You're good. I can hear you. There's no delay on our end.
Yeah. All right. I'm just hearing a delay, but I'll just go ahead and kick it all the way through here. So today we're going to be talking about brain function. So, oh man. Okay, hold on 1 second, Miss B Finesse, because I'm hearing a delay and it's throwing me off. Just give me one quick second. That's my apology.
No, that's okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna let Sedrek, the inner trainer, get that together. We hear you clear, Sedrek, the inner trainer. So guys, basically make sure that you guys, if you haven't, make sure that you go back and check out the last couple videos and streams on the channel. Also, make sure you guys are checking out the Educate Miss B Finesse channel. There has been a lot of videos there, guys, talking about wealth. I believe the one's coming up Saturday, talking about the unhidden secrets to being a homeowner. We talked about budgeting, finance. We talked about investing. So if you haven't, make sure you catch up on that, on those streams also, guys. And make sure if you have any questions, you guys can go ahead and put the questions in the chat, right? So we hear you clearly on our end. So it's okay. I would just speak and talk, because even if you hear the echo, we don't hear that on our end. You sound perfectly clear. Can you hear me? Okay, you can't hear you. So we're gonna let him get. Let me see if he. So once again, guys, hello. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. Make sure as you guys are coming in, can't unmute your guys. Okay, you should be in. Can you hear me? Yes.
Hold on.
You can. We can hear you.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you take it just for a second. Let me go ahead and reboot. Just give me 2 minutes.
You're fine. Go ahead. You're fine. Okay, guys. So once again, we are going to get Sedrek, the inner trainer back. You guys know what it is. It's always technical difficulties going into these streams. So hopefully, once again, everybody is having a great day today. I hope you guys have your questions ready. Thank you guys for bearing with the situation. It is what it is. But we want to make sure we can hear everything clearly, right? Because then what's the point, guys? Hey, she stole my thunder. Hopefully you're having a great day today. I always appreciate the Finesse fan, because you guys are with us whenever there is an issue, right? So once again, we're just doing a mic check today, guys. We are talking about health is wealth, and we are talking about brain boosting foods. Now, first, what I want to do is I want you guys to put in the chat, or if you're watching on the restream, what do you think are brain boosting foods? This will be super, super interesting, right? Yes, she stole my thunder, and I have no problem with that because guess what? We're humans, and if you can't take that, well, sorry, right? But the finesse family, you guys already know. You've been here since humble beginnings, right? You guys remember when I was streaming on the camera on the doggone computer that I have, and it was horrible. You couldn't even hear it well, but you guys stuck with me. So that's what I appreciate. And I'm always going to give a shout out to the finesse fam. BGH, hey, how are you doing, BGH? Hopefully you're having a great day today. Sedrek the Intertrainer, we got a back in the building. How do we sound? Because we heard you the whole time.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
okay.
You sound good.
That was my fault. You know, Miss B Finesse, you told me I can't have two YouTubes on, and I had your other one on, but for some reason, it wasn't on, like I wasn't on your stream, but if you just have a YouTube open, you know what I'm saying? So I just cut that thing off, and now we all good. So,
you have to. It's so weird. It'll loop, and sometimes you don't realize you might have YouTube open, just something you watched before, and it'll loop. Now you are blessed into it, the YouTube journey of having because it's annoying because you keep hearing it. Listen, let me know in the chat if you've been annoyed by something goof like this. It's crazy. Like you'll hear it and you're like, I know nothing's up, and then you think, oh, I was watching YouTube earlier. So that's one of those common things. Let's see. She stole my thunder out of Canada. Shout out to you. She's a channel. We have the channel members going heavy. We got BGH here. And She Stole My Thunder. Channel members, if you guys want to join the channel to support, you guys can hit the join button. Shout out to the channel members. They have been supported. She said, things happen. Life ain't perfect. God knows I make mistakes. I apologize. I fix them and move on. That's y'all know She Stole My Thunder. I just smile. I just smile because sometimes it is what it is. And you know, you guys got to go off for that, and it bothers you. Okay, that's fine.
That's my first time. I mean, I learned something new today. You can't even have YouTube open when you're doing a yard stream. I didn't even know that.
No, not at all. And you don't know it, and you don't experience it, bro, till you actually hear it, because it's super annoying. And you're like, where is the noise coming from? And because I think I said it earlier, but you probably weren't paying attention when I said it. I was like, bro, make sure you got all the screens closed. But it's all good. Sedrek the Entertainer. So you got the floor. Let's get into this. I'm super excited about the 5 brain boosting foods. So let's get into it. Okay, She Stole My Thunder. When you were out, I asked them, what do they think? Put in the chat some examples of what you think some of these foods will be. So we got She Stole My Thunder. She says superfoods could be omegas, maybe. So that's her guess. So
She stole my thunder. You just stole my thunder, because that's my very first one, talking about boosting your brain. Fatty fish. When people think about brain foods, fatty fish is often at the top of the list. This type of fish includes like salmon, trout, herring. All those type of fish are like really fatty, and about 60% of your brain is made of fat, and half of that fat is comprised of omega-3 fatty acids. So the brain uses omega-3s to build brain and nerve cells, and these fats are essential for learning and memory. So your brain uses those omega-3s to actually build your brain cells. So it's imperative that we eat fatty fish. And now I'm not a really big fish eater, so I supplement my fish. I supplement my omega-3s. So that's how I get my omega-3s in, because I'm really not a big fish eater. So you can supplement them too at the same time. But the omega-3s also offer several additional benefits to your brain. For one thing, they slow age-related mental decline and help ward off like Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. So that's another benefit of eating the fatty fish as well. Not only does it build up your brain as far as your nerve cells and your cognition, but it helps to ward off age-related declines. And on the flip side, not getting enough omega-3s is linked to learning impairments as well as depression. So, if you're feeling kind of off, one of the reasons you feel that way is because you're not getting enough omega-3s. That could be one of the reasons why. Your brain needs omega-3s. your brain is like 70-80% fat, so it needs fat. There's bad fats and there's good fats. There's a difference. So omega-3s are the good fats. Your brain needs fats because it's made of fat. Okay, so we got to get those omega-3s in. In general, eating fish definitely has a very positive, a lot of positive health benefits. Some research also suggests that people who eat fish regularly tend to have more gray matter in their brains. The gray matter contains most of the nerve cells and that control decision making, memory, and emotion. So decision making, memory, and emotion. Those are the three components of like who we are and how we like interact. So you definitely want to have those omega-3s in your system. So overall, fatty fish is an excellent choice for your brain health. So you guys make sure that you get your omega-3s in, whether you're adding fatty fish to your diet or you're supplementing your omega-3s. It's going to be very important to your overall brain health. And if your brain is healthy and you feel upbeat and not depressed, and you can go through school and you can have a better attitude about studying and learning. So it's very important to get your omega-3s in. The second thing that you guys are probably very familiar with is coffee. For most people, coffee is the highlight of your morning, but there's a couple different components that you might not have totally understood about coffee, which makes it so good as far as boosting your brain. So the two main components in coffee are caffeine and antioxidants, and they both help to support your brain health. Now, the caffeine found in coffee has a number of positive effects on the brain. Three of them are, the first one is it increases your alertness. Caffeine helps your brain to stay alert by blocking adenosine. That's what it's called, adenosine. And that's a chemical messenger that makes you feel sleepy. So coffee blocks that chemical messenger so you feel more alert. If you have too much adenosine in your system, then you're just gonna like feel like you have brain fog, and you may be totally alert, but like if your mind is not in it, then you can't concentrate. So it helps to block that chemical messenger. The second thing that caffeine does, it actually helps to improve your mood. Caffeine may also boost some of your feel-good neurotransmitters, such as dopamine. When people run low on dopamine, that can cause like bad feelings, and sometimes it can lead into depression because your dopamine levels are too low. So what caffeine does is it actually helps to boost your dopamine levels. So if you feel good about what you're doing, you're going to have a more positive attitude and a stronger desire to get things done. Because we all know, I got a couple degrees, and it's hard to sit there and just look at a book and focus and study. But if you have a positive attitude about it, it's going to make the process a little bit more enjoyable. So coffee definitely helps to improve your mood. And the third thing that coffee does, it helps to sharpen your concentration as well. One study found that caffeine consumption led to short-term improvements in attention and alertness in the participants participating in the cognition test. So we all know that you have a cup of Joe, within about 5 or 10 minutes, you're on it, and it really does help with your short-term concentration. So those are some things that drinking coffee can do to boost your brain. So drinking coffee over a long term has also been linked to reduced risk of neurological diseases such as Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. And the largest risk reduction was seen in those adults who consume about 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day. So I'm not saying you have to drink that many, but this is just what the studies show. So coffee does have a lot of positive brain boosting effects. So definitely, if you didn't know all that about coffee, that's the behind the scenes information about why coffee works so well as far as brain boosting and giving you alertness and having better moods. So coffee is the second one.
Okay. Let's reiterate for those that are just coming in.
Okay.
You said the first one was, what was it called? The
omega-3s, eating fatty fish, adding that to your diet.
Okay, the omega-3s, eating fatty fish. And then the second thing you said was the caffeine. Now my question, since I have children, what is a good alternative? I said alternative for a child, because we know these kids are taking tests, they're playing sports, they're doing just super things being kids. What's another alternative? Because they love the 5-hour energy. I'm just really shocked that so many kids that play sports actually are drinking these, and some of their coaches are allowing it. So what can you suggest for parents that have children? What's a way that they could get their kids some kind of natural and healthy type of boost or caffeine? And then BGH has a question when you finish that.
Okay. Cool. Smaller doses of caffeine. If we're talking about teenagers, like a cup of coffee, just a small cup, 8-ounce cup of coffee is still going to be a good situation. But if you wanted to go the non-caffeine route, I would definitely go with your B vitamins. Your B vitamins, what they do is they help to release the energy in the food. So if they're eating properly, a lot of kids and even adults, we don't get enough of the B vitamins. Like if you're eating food and you don't have enough B vitamins, you're not getting all of the nutrients. You're not getting everything that you could be getting out of the food. What B vitamins do is they help to release the energy, the nutrients in the foods that they can convert to energy. So taking a B vitamin before you work out, it's going to give you some of that energy. It's going to help to release that energy too at the same time. So that's what I would do if you don't want your children consuming a lot of caffeine. Definitely go with the B vitamins.
Perfect. We have a question. What's a good coffee to purchase? That was BGH. He wants to know, what's a good coffee? Do you know any brands that you would recommend, or is there an organic brand that just gives us a big boost? Yeah. Is there any specific one that you recommend, or just in general?
I have a specific one that I definitely drink. It's kind of like an espresso. It's called Bustelo, and that coffee it tastes good.
Do you have it on you? Do you still have it?
Yeah, let me get it. Hold on one second.
We'll bring that screen back and we'll let him get it. All right, guys. So once again, if you're just getting in here, hola, ¿cómo estás? Ni hao, bonjour. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Listen, if you haven't, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you are sharing right now on your socials, because sharing is caring. We're trying to get this message of health. We want everybody to have this information, so there's no excuse when you say that you didn't know or you didn't have the information it to you. So make sure you're sharing now. Make sure you're liking. If you're watching on the receive, make sure in the section you guys are putting, if you learned anything, if you knew this already, and what brain boosting foods you guys have. All right, let's bring Sedrek the Inner Trainer back, and here we go.
Okay, BGH, this is what I drink. Bustelo. It's an espresso instant coffee. So basically, I put like a tablespoon and a half in about 12 ounces of water, and I boil it. It'll be done in about 5 minutes. And this coffee tastes really good. It's very smooth. It's not acidic, and it's an espresso, so it's gonna get you moving. It's definitely got a boost in it. It's got a nice amount of caffeine in it too, but it's really smooth. A lot of coffees taste very acidic, and they kind of mess with your stomach because there's so much acid in them. But that Bustelo is a very smooth coffee, and you can get it from Walmart. That's where I buy mine from. So you just put a couple scoops in a pot and go to work.
Cool.
Oh, and another thing, Miss B Finesse, this is the fish oil that I use. This is the one that I recommend.
Okay, so if you don't want to eat fishy things or fish, you're saying this is alternative, right?
Yeah.
Once again, guys, we talked about the first thing is fatty fish or a fish supplement, which is fish oil. And it looks like it says Nature Bell. So once again, guys, we're giving you different versions and alterations for everything that he's offering, which is awesome, because most of the time somebody will just tell you, no, only this, only that.
Yeah.
So we'll give you different variations. So that's awesome. So once again, if you have questions in the chat, put the word Q in front of it and colon, or write out the word question so we know directly to get to your question. She stole my thunder says, I usually drink tea. Yeah, I like tea. I'm a tea drinker. I drink tea.
She stole my thunder. You stealing my thunder because green tea was the next thing on my list.
And you know what? It's something about she stole my thunder. It's like she's a mind reader. She does that with me too on my older. It's like she would always know what you're gonna say. That's that Canada in her.
You said that's a what in her?
Canada. She's from Canada.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's from Canada, and she's been a day one. She Stole My Thunder is awesome. Guys, if you haven't, make sure you check out her channel. She Stole My Thunder has so much eclectic stuff about reading, literature. They have a lot of art shows and different expos in Canada. She goes through and exposes it and shows you all kind of stuff. She tells you how to do stuff on YouTube. I mean, check her out. She's so eclectic and the information is so educational. So if you guys haven't, check her out. Also check out BGHC. The channel members, we reciprocate this, right? They show support. I always try to show them support. Shout out to BGH. Make sure you guys check out his clothing apparel brand, blueandgreen100s.com. He's always got good stuff there, stuff for the whole family. He comes up with new different ideas and new merch things in the store. So you guys check them out too. We all support each other here. So once again, support each other. Check it out. Guys on the restream, make sure you check them out. All right, so, Sedrek the Inner Trainer, let's go to that next one.
Okay, so the next one is green tea. That's our third brain booster. As in the case with coffee, the caffeine in green tea also boosts brain function. In fact, it has been found to improve alertness, performance, and memory and focus. But green tea also has other components that make it a brain healthy beverage. One of those things is L-theanine. Now, L-theanine is an amino acid that can cross the blood-brain barrier and increase the activity of the neurotransmitter GABA. And GABA helps to reduce anxiety and makes you feel more relaxed, okay? L-theanine also increases the frequency of the alpha waves in the brain, which helps you to relax without making you feel tired. So this is L-theanine right here. I actually use L-theanine separately. You can buy it as a separate supplement. L-theanine is amazing because
you repeat the dynamic what you said about even though you still feel tired something. Can you say that?
Yeah. So basically, L-theanine is an amino acid that basically it increases the frequency of the alpha waves in your brain, which helps you to relax without making you feel tired. So basically what L-theanine does, if you take L-theanine during the day, like if you're always anxious and nervous about things, like I did a study where people were afraid of heights, and you know they did a study where people were crossing a bridge, and they didn't. The people at first they tested them. They crossed the bridge. They were all nervous and everything. All right, like several people, and then a couple hours later, they gave them like I think it was maybe 400 milligrams of L-theanine. And then after they took the L-theanine, they let it sit, marinate for about 15, 20 minutes. And then they walked across the bridge and they felt more focused. The anxiety was gone and there was just more focus. They didn't feel as anxious. They just felt more focused. So it wasn't a fight or flight feeling. It was just more of a focus. Let me just go ahead and get this done. So that's what L-theanine does. And I'm here to tell you, not telling you what I read, I'm telling you what I know. I take L-theanine every single day. And it just makes you very calm and focused. It doesn't make you sleepy. It just makes you calm and it makes you focused. So
listen, everybody needs, because every kid's going all the way up to adults, there's always little pressures and things in your life. So that's everybody needs to keep stocked up. Wow, I didn't know it was that intricate where it could naturally.
They've done studies too, Ms. B. Finesse, where kids with ADHD have taken L-theanine. L-theanine is just an amino acid. It's an amino acid. So it's not a drug. It's amino acids are the building blocks of protein. So you got amino acids build up a protein molecule. So this is all natural. So, but you can separate those amino acids, and they have different functions when you separate them. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
they've done studies with kids that have ADHD. You know, ADHD, you're everywhere, you're everywhere, you're everywhere. But when you take the L-theanine in the right dosage, it just takes all of that and focuses it.
Wow.
It gives you a lot of focus. I take it every single day. So if you take it during the day, it gives you focus. It doesn't make you sleepy. It doesn't make you tired. It just makes you mellow, and it makes you focused. Now, if you're having trouble sleeping, when you take it at night, it does help with insomnia, but more importantly, it helps you sleep through the night because there's a lot of people that they don't get good rest. They just wake up in the middle of the night several times. What the L-theanine does is it helps you, if you take it at night, it helps to allow you to sleep through the night without waking up several times a night.
Okay, so as far as the L-theanine, is L-theanine actually wrapped in melatonin, or would you suggest taking that over melatonin, or is it the same in itself as far as like if people want to take something to go to sleep and keep sleep, like melatonin? Is L-theanine in melatonin mixtures a lot of times when they sell it, or would you suggest the separation of it, or what's your perspective?
Well, it all depends. I like me personally, I like to separate those. Like you can buy a blend of melatonin and L-theanine. I'm sure they have it out there. But me personally, as a nutritionist and somebody who really gets into ingredients, I like to know exactly how much I'm taking of each one. So, you know, L-theanine and melatonin kind of do similar things, but in different ways, because your body produces melatonin. Your body already produces melatonin naturally. So when people take melatonin, you're just putting more of it in their body, which it already naturally produced, in order to just have a more potent effect. Our bodies do not produce L-theanine. So L-theanine is exogenous, meaning we don't produce it. It's external. So that's something that we have to ingest in order to have the effect. So I do take both. I do take both. And my sleep is very sound. You know, sometimes, you know, as an entrepreneur, you got a lot of stuff going on in your mind, and you stay up a little bit later than you probably should. And so you just have to kind of go back to training yourself to sleep. And so I do take melatonin on occasion, and I take theanine on occasion too. And when you get to sleep, boy, you get to sleep. Yeah. So that L-theanine, taking it during the day, gives you a lot of focus, and it gives you a lot of calm. And when you take it at night, it helps you to get ready for your sleep, and it helps your sleep to be more consistent and not so broken up.
Okay. Cool. He says he appreciates you explaining which time of coffee to get earlier.
Absolutely. So one review found that the green tea, going back to the green tea, that's one reason it works so well, is because it has L-theanine in it. But one review found that the L-theanine in green tea can help you relax by counteracting the stimulating effects of the caffeine. So the green tea has the caffeine in it to get you, alert and awake, but then it has the L-theanine in it to keep you calm, cool, and collected. So you get the best of both worlds when you're drinking that green tea. See, coffee doesn't have L-theanine in it; it's just straight up caffeine. So if you want the cool, calm, and collect and focus, but you want the stimulation of, hey, I'm ready to go. That stimulation for the nerves. Green tea would be a better option for you because you're getting the best of both worlds.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, thanks for explaining that, because I always wondered why I didn't really, I guess you could say, like tea, especially like cold tea per se. But it was something always about green tea I just loved drinking it. It just felt real relaxing, and it was I don't know, malleably, it went down easier than any other type of tea. And now that makes sense what you explained. Now I'm seeing that's why, because what you explained. Thanks for that.
And also green tea is also rich in polyphenols, and antioxidants that can protect the brain from mental decline and reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. You see this year the reoccurring theme, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Those are corruptions of your brain matter and your brain function. So this is why this is so important to talk about brain boosting supplementation and nutrients, because it's not only good for studying, but you use your brain for more than just studying. Your brain is your emotions, direction, the decision making, all those things. And these are things that we do every day, whether you're in school or not in school. So these are very important things to understand. The brain is in charge of everything. So as far as our lives are concerned, I know we have heart, liver, all that other stuff, but the brain is the mainframe. That's our CPU. So we have to make sure that that's running at 100% at any given moment. So these are very important things to add to your grocery list per se. So
and that's critical thinking. Like if your brain and the levels in your body, especially your brains and hormones, aren't you don't have the things in them to kind of react and do what your body needs to do. You're just off, and you never know why you're off. And you can go to the doctor, all your tests are right, but it's just you're off because of the other nutrients that we lack that we can get on regular basis. So yeah, it's super important to everybody. Like I know it's just Americans, Westerners, just the food we eat and the just the environments that we're around. It's just so toxic in a sense that we have to physically ingest a lot of the right nutritional things, because a lot of us don't even read labels. Even to this day, I don't understand why people don't read labels and understand what these words are in these foods. I mean, the key thing I can help a lot of you with your health easily. Don't go in the aisles at the grocery store. That's what I said. Go around the edges. Stay around the cold freezers, because that's about the only place where you can consistently find something that has some sort of health in it consistently. But I digress. That's another episode. So we talked about fish fatty. We talked about green tea and coffee. Was that the one?
Coffee. Okay. Yep.
Okay. So we got those three. What else, inner trainer?
Okay. So the next thing that's really good is beets. Beets. The beet is a vegetable that it's anti-inflammatory, and basically it helps to rid our blood of toxins, which is the first thing, because you don't want toxins in your blood, because if the blood that toxic blood gets to your brain, you're just not going to be thinking straight, period. So the beet helps to get rid of toxins, but most importantly, they also contain natural nitrates, which help to boost the flow of blood to the brain. And that helps to boost your memory and your concentration. You have to get blood to the brain. It's very important. There's oxygen in your blood. So if your brain doesn't have enough oxygen, it's just like you not having enough oxygen. Try to hold your breath for 3 minutes. You're going to faint. Oxygen is the most important nutrient besides water. Oxygen is first, water is second. We have to have oxygen. And a lot of us don't have enough oxygen in our blood, first and foremost, red blood cells. But secondly, there's not enough circulation going to our brain. There's not enough blood going to our brain. We need to boost the flow of blood to our brain. So all those nutrients get to our brain, and that helps to boost our memory and our cognition and our concentration. So it's very important. So that's what beets do. They have a lot of NO in it, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vacillator. The vacillator is something that opens up your blood cells. The more that your blood cells are open, the more blood that can go through them. The more blood that you have circulating through your body, the more nutrients can get to everywhere that they need to go, especially your brain. The more blood that can get to your brain, the better. Better concentration, better focus, better memory. When your brain gets all the nutrients from the blood that it needs, you have everything on point. So it's very important to get blood to your brain. blood circulation in your brain. That's going to boost everything. Your focus, your concentration, your cognition, everything. Everything gets better. Your long-term and short-term memory, all those things. You just have to get blood circulation to the brain. So beets, whether it's if you just like juicing beets, I do a lot of juicing too, and beets are my main ingredient. Okay, or you can buy beet powder if you want to, and just scoop it in some water and just drink it. That's really good too. Or you can get it in pill form, beetroot pills. You can get it in pill form too. Take a couple of them, all natural. But any way that you can get beets in, it's amazing. And beets are also a blood builder. So if you're anemic, you don't have enough red blood cells, and you're feeling tired all the time. That's a sign of anemia. You eat you some beets, or you drink you some beet juice. It's a blood builder. So it gives you more red blood cells, which means more oxygen, which means you have more energy and vitality, and you don't feel as tired all the time. So beets there's so many things I can tell you about beets. But since we're talking about brain boosting, it boosts your circulation in your brain, which is going to cause more focus, more concentration, and more cognition. It's going to just make you think more clearly. Okay, so beets are something I would definitely add to your repertoire as far as your brain boosting supplements and nutrients. So the beets, and then the very last thing is something that I've been taking since I was in high school. I've been like curious about supplementation for a long time, guys. I'm 43 years old, but I found this supplement when I was in high school, like maybe my senior year, and it's called vinpocetine. This is it. And this is actually a supplement. This is not a nutrient. This is a supplement called vinpocetine. I've been taking this stuff for years. And what I tell you, it works. It works. So basically what vinpocetine does, again, it increases the blood circulation and the metabolism in your brain. You know what metabolism does to your body? It helps you to move. It gives you energy. If you have a fast metabolism, that means you're using your food more efficiently. Mm-hmm. If you have a fast brain metabolism, that means you're thinking faster. So it helps with your blood circulation, which is going to help with your focus, cognition, and then it increases your brain metabolism too at the same time, like you're thinking. This increases your short-term memory. It increases your long-term memory. And then, even animal studies have shown that the vinpocetine can reduce the loss of neurons due to decreased blood flow. So if you don't have enough blood flow like into your brain, your neurons start decreasing. You start losing if you don't get enough blood flow to your brain. That's what happens when people have a stroke. You ever met somebody that had a stroke? What happens is something happened to where they didn't get enough circulation and blood in their brain. So then when you have a stroke, you kind of lose like half of that, your face and half of things just start sagging, because your brain function, whichever side that it's on, you lost it because there wasn't enough blood getting to your brain. So if there's not enough blood, whatever side that the stroke is on, that's the side that didn't get enough blood. So it's very important for you to have a lot of blood flow and a lot of circulation, especially in your brain. So this is what the vinpocetine helps to do. I've been taking this stuff. When I found out about it in high school, man, I'm telling you what, I graduated third in my class. I'm not just saying that, but for the vinpocetine, I put in the work. But man, you gotta have a little bit of extra help. Knowledge is power. So I have that extra flow in my brain, so it helped me to concentrate more. I took vinpocetine all through college, graduating top 10% in the colleges that I went to. I'm not saying it was all vinpocetine, but guess what? I know it was a tool that I used, and I had my brain flow. My brain, it always had a nice flow to it. You know what I mean? So if you have a desire and you just need a little extra help, I would highly recommend this. I've been taking this stuff for years. It's been Pulsatine. I got this off of this one off of Amazon.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this stuff I can't even tell you how good it is. I've been using it for what 20, 30 years, at least 20 years. And I still use it to this day. And I'm not in school right now, but you still want whatever that you take, you just want to have an edge. Knowledge is power. So if it's something that's going to hurt you and not hinder you, I highly recommend that you take it. All these things that we've been talking about with brain boosting, I'm not telling you what I read, I'll tell you what I know. All these things I've experienced. I'm a certified nutritionist. I've used every one of these things that I told you about, and I know that they work. So I highly recommend that you guys really take heed and take the opportunity to use these things, especially if you're in school. All of these things are going to bless you. The more circulation you have in your brain, the more synapses are connecting. You want good short-term memory. You want excellent long-term memory. You need all of that stuff to remember everything, not only just to remember it, but to comprehend it. You don't want to just remember it. There's a lot of times that I just say, oh man, let me just hurry up and do this and just memorize it. And then I didn't want to comprehend it. But you want to comprehend stuff too at the same time. And so I go for comprehension. That's the most important thing. So all of these things that we talked about helps with memory, short-term, long-term, and it helps with comprehension too. You want all three of them. So like I said, that vinpocetine, you guys, that stuff is no joke. I've been using it for over 20 years and it really does work. So that's pretty much everything. There's a lot more I could talk about as far as brain boosting, but these are like the top 5 that I think you guys would get the most benefit from.
Okay, so and then we're going to go over the background, what you had said you wanted to speak on as far as offers. So we're going to review it briefly, and then we're going to go over your offers because we know you got a busy schedule today. You got to take care of some other things in meetings. But let me see if my brain remembers what we talked about. Beginning with something fatty fish or fish oil, caffeine or coffee, the green tea, my favorite. What was the next one? Something in the vinpocetine or something. So you can briefly go over it. And then beet, duck. You know why I didn't remember that, Sedrek the Entertainer? Because I don't like beets at all. Gotcha. I would have to blend it with something where I really couldn't taste it, but okay, cool.
They're actually sweet. But I juice them. I don't eat them like that. I juice my beets. Yeah.
Okay, cool. BGA says, wow, great information. So if you want to go over each one for those that are rewatching or just coming in, briefly talk about each one. You can do that Sedrek the Entertainer if you want to go straight to what we have here in the background, where you have your product.
Just real quick, guys. Yeah, you know, everybody's back in school right now. So basically, what we're doing at Leader Nutrition and Fitness is we're giving 20% off. This is our back to school weight loss special. So all of our products online are 20% off. Plus, you're going to get free shipping. So these products are just going to help you, you know, give you the edge as far as having more energy, having more focus, boosting your metabolism, and, you know, burning body fat while you're in school, sitting down, learning. You know, all these products help you to do that. So not only are you going to be smashing it on, you know, in school, also out of school too. You're going to be feeling better, feeling healthy, looking good, glowing at the same time. You know, if you feel healthy and you're looking good, it all comes together. It's all about healthy energy. It's all about having high, healthy self-esteem. You know, you got to mix all those things together. And then you also got to have, you know, eat healthy too, you know, and take care of your brain like we've been talking about. So these products are amazing products. They're all natural. Everything is made from herbs. And so we're having a 20% off plus free shipping. You can't beat that with a stick. 20% off and then also free shipping. So yeah, these products are flying off the shelf. So I definitely wanted to give all of Miss B Finesse's family members the opportunity to jump on this. So you can go to the website leadernutrition.net and go ahead and check them out. I have big, nice descriptions on what each one of them do. The fat furnace helps you to burn fat for 8 hours, gives you more energy, gives you focus, and it also acts as an appetite suppressant. So that's gonna help if your appetite gets out of control. Plus, you're gonna be burning fat for up to 8 hours straight. So even while you're sitting down and you're studying, you're still burning fat, which is awesome. I mean that I mean, what else can you say? 8 hours of fat burning. I mean, who wouldn't want that? And then the liquid lipo, basically, it stimulates lipolysis, and what that is it stimulates the movement of fat. You know, we all have that stubborn body fat. It just won't go nowhere, no matter how many sit-ups you do. So what the liquid lipo does, you put those drops under your tongue before each meal, and what it does is stimulates lipolysis. So it stimulates the movement of the body fat. So that stubborn body fat, it helps to release it into your bloodstream so you can use it as an energy source. So if you're using the liquid lipo, you're releasing the body fat into your bloodstream, and then you're taking your fat furnace, which is helping to burn the body fat. You can't go wrong with that. Plus you're getting 8 hours of body fat burning. You got one releasing body fat, and then you got the other one burning the body fat. You can't go wrong with that at all. Like it's just the perfect combination. Plus, if you're eating correctly too, and you're doing at least some walking, some type of activity, you know, a lot of my clients who sign up for, you know, nutritional consultation, they're losing between 2 to 7 pounds per week. And it's easy in doing it the healthy way. So I also invite anybody who's listening to this stream to reach out to me, and I'll be happy to give you a complimentary nutritional consultation so we can talk about, you know, what your goals are and what you're eating and how I can be able to help you reach those goals. I would love to help. So you guys definitely want to take advantage of this back to school specials for a limited time. So I definitely would advise you to go ahead and jump on that if you have any fitness or weight loss goals.
Yeah, guys. So I have it actually in the chat. So if you guys want to copy it and go to the website, go to his socials, make sure you take advantage of the complimentary consultation, because consultations cost, guys. You know they cost, right? Even when you go to your nutritionist, they cost. So it's really good that he's offering the opportunity for you to sit down and have a consult with him to let you know kind of all around what you can do. And I can tell you, as somebody that actually has used the fat furnace and the liquid lipo, yes, it's as long as you are using it not as a scapegoat or a cover, but you are actually using it with a mindset change, a mind shift to where you are changing your lifestyle. I'm telling you guys, it's really just going to be a 1-2 punch. It's a great thing to compliment on when you're working on shifting that lifestyle to something different instead of just finding some quick over the night thing that's going to change you and you're going to gain that weight right back. Because you guys know it's always a lifestyle. You have to work towards the lifestyle. You will mess up and that's okay. But as long as your mindset is that I'm back on this right path and where I need to go, it's going to definitely catapult that. Definitely. So once again, guys, the information is in the chat also. Make sure that you guys take advantage of this. The stream will be up. Those of you watching on Restream, make sure you connect through the socials. You will see that in the description pin as you're looking, and not the description, I'm sorry, in the chat, and we'll make sure that it's in the description also. But Sedrek, the Inner Trainer, man, I really appreciate you taking that time. Guys, make sure that you check that out so you can get it while it's on sale. You guys know we like to get these discount sales, especially back to school and everything, even if you don't go to school, right? Or have kids. So take advantage of that opportunity. And so Sedrek, the Inner Trainer, was there any things you wanted to say on the exit? I really appreciate you taking time coming to the channel, always giving that wisdom and knowledge for free here. Just trying to help the community and grow the people here as far as their mindset and motivation to be accountable and move forward. Is there anything else you want to leave with the Finesse family here?
Yeah, yeah.
Discount, thank you.
Definitely. Ms. B. Finesse, I appreciate you allowing me to jump on the platform. And as always, I appreciate you and I appreciate the Finesse fam and anybody else who's going to be watching this video. I appreciate you taking the time to, receive the information. I hope that you will put it to use so that your brain can be boosted and you can be doing the best, especially for the students. These are some very, very important and vital things that if you add them to your regimen, as far as what you're doing, as far as your school is concerned, I can guarantee that it's going to take you to the next level. So again, Ms. B. Finesse, I do appreciate you allowing me to get on the platform and disseminate this information again. Thank you. I think you're on mute, Miss B. Finesse.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah, you're on mute.
I mute you when I talk, so I didn't realize that I was still on mute. Like when you talk, so you can't hear anything in the background. So my bad. So once again, what I said is, you guys remember, it is important that when we get information, we share it. Sharing is caring, and it's also important as far as the community. We're trying to build with the knowledge and wisdom that we have to help others, right? Make that shift into a lifestyle instead of just a trend, right? You want to do things to edify yourself, guys. And so when you're getting this information, when people are especially willingly doing things, especially freely to give to you, the consult is free. The products here, like I said, they're offered at a discount. What can you do but try it and see? But also remember, this is not a win-win overnight thing. Sedrek, the endocrine, is an expert that he does. He literally makes things happen with his accountability when he works with his clients, just like me, guys, when I do my accountability with those of you that I've worked with. And it's so necessary that you guys remember that it doesn't work unless you guys have that discipline, right? We know we're masters at what we do, but you can't say because it didn't work that it is the people that have the skill to help you. So just remember that. Always remember, guys, stay disciplined to whatever you need to do in life. Don't ever feel like put so much faith in, I guess you could say, a person and what they're saying to do if you can't follow the blueprint of the person, right? So hopefully that encouraged some of you to let you know it's going to be a journey, but you guys are definitely meet these goals. And Sedrek, the inner trainer, I hope that you can make time to come back and just edify us inside and out. I really appreciate your time and you coming through.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, then, guys. All right, guys. So once again, guys, thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, thanks for subscribing and watching, because sharing is caring. And you guys have a great day. Adios.